Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. You don't have to be live, so if you're watching this recorded, you have all the same availability and features as if you were live, except that you cannot get me live and ask questions, which is fine. You can send them to me at help@thetechwizard.com, and I'm going to put that actually in the chat box for your reference. Okay, so let's get started. First, a little bit about me. My name is Judy Jacobs, and I am the owner and operator of The Tech Wizard, where we help people learn the technology that they need to use for their everyday life, whether it's work, personal, play. We make user-friendly a reality. I am a lawyer, and when all of my children were teenagers, I had to stop lawyering and start being in the house to monitor them. And that is when I began working in the office, running all the computers, doing the personnel and stuff like that. And I fell in love with technology. First of all, I had 5 kids that I had to monitor and assist and supervise. And I had an office staff also. So my technology business was born in 2005, and it's grown in different ways. And most appreciably, in the last year and a half, I have decided to take my services online at the request of many of my customers so that I can have a greater reach to people that are local and people that are far away as well. A lot of my clients I work with remotely. I log into a computer, they log into their computer, and I teach them on their computers and also their phones and their tablets, iPads and iPhones. And we go through with software, setup, configuration. I want to do this. This isn't working. So it's a variety of things, and it's really user-based. I have no preference for a device. I grew up being all PC. I am now all Apple and Mac after tremendous problems with my kids in college and hard drives failing and computers crashing at the most opportune times, usually during finals or middle of a research paper. I gradually began to switch my kids one by one to Apple machines, and I made the switch for my personal devices in my house. My law office is still all PC, so I'm familiar with all the operating systems and comfortable on them. But honestly, most of my clients have Apple mobile devices, and 50-50 have Apple computers and PC computers. So the two systems meld. It's not like it used to be in the old days when people said, I can't send this to you because I'm on a Mac, or vice versa, I'm on a PC. So that's a little bit about me, just so you know my background and how I came to be doing what I'm doing. Again, this is a live broadcast, so if things are a little funky, it's because we have the ability to go live. Just want to stand up here, and I'm actually going to move the background a little bit because I notice there's a big glare from the sun. So bear with me while I do that, so that you are a little shaded from that sun. Let's see if this helps now. Hopefully that will make a little bit of a difference. Okay, so I want to talk about iCloud, what it is, and how you use it to set up a family group, which allows you then to share purchases of apps, movies, videos, and books. It does not mean that you will share any data you create. It does not mean that anyone else can look at your email or your photos or your notes or anything else you have on your device. It just means that anything I purchase, somebody in my family can download and put on their device without paying for it, and vice versa. It's really nice for books if you have same or similar reading likes. It's really nice for movies and TV shows. And the other thing that I find quite useful is the ability to share your location, because if you're going somewhere strange or you have an elderly parent or you yourself are elderly, it's really nice to share your location with someone, even if it's just for a drive someplace strange, or you're going out on a date with someone you've never met before and you want to share your location and tell them where you're going to be. It really is a great feature that allows you, that provides you a kind of a safety net. So those are all wonderful features of iCloud. What is iCloud? iCloud is a service provided by Apple. And if you own an Apple device, it is part of owning an Apple device. It's free, and the service has many features. However, if you don't set it up properly, you don't take advantage of those features, and they don't work to provide you with the safety measures and protections that are built into iCloud. So let's go through and talk about real quickly how you set up iCloud and then how you create a family unit. To do that, I want to share my screen with you, and I have an iPad that I'm going to project here. Let's go to that iPad, which now you can see on the screen. And let's get that off there if we can. Okay, so here's my iPad. To set up iCloud, the first thing that you need to do is open up Settings, and that's this app right here. Whoops. In Settings, you want to scroll all the way down. You've got this uniform layout that a great many apps are going to include on Apple devices, where you have a page divided into two sections. The left section is separate from the right section, and each section is named. If you notice at the top of the left section here, and I'm going to use my cursor. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. I don't think you can. I'm going to show you that the left section says Settings. That is, we're in the Settings app. That identifies the app that you're in. And the left side moves separately from the right side. The area that is selected on the left side is reflected on the right side. You can see that I don't see where I'm selected, because when I am looking at it, there's no blue selection bar. However, the right side says iCloud, and that means that somewhere here I'm selected on iCloud, and there it is. If you scroll up there and touch iCloud, you can see the account name that you're signed in with, and here I have created a demonstration account, and it's called parentdemo@thetechwizard.com. The settings that I want to talk to you about to prepare to properly set up your device involve iCloud Drive, Photos, and the rest of these items here. Now, many of the features that are available have on-off switches. If you don't toggle them on, they won't work. iCloud Drive is a great feature of the service because it allows you to store any documents that you create in an app in your iCloud Drive, and you can have access to those anywhere you sign into iCloud. So I'm on my iPad. If I have an iPhone or an Apple computer, or if I am signed into a PC and use the browser, Chrome, Firefox, to sign into iCloud.com, I can have access to any of the documents that I store in iCloud Drive. So you want that feature turned on. And here's another big one, photos. In photos, unless you toggle these things off, they're turned on. Unless you toggle them on, they're turned off. And you want to turn these on because the software provided allows you to push your photos taken on this device into the cloud and store them safely so that if you lose your device, if you break your device, if someone steals it, you still have access to all of your photographs. If your device gets damaged and it no longer works, you have access to all of your photographs. They're not lost irretrievably forever. And the most important part is it doesn't rely on you to do anything. You turn it on and the software works in the background as long as you are connected to Wi-Fi and logged into iCloud. And once you're logged in, it stays logged in. Now you can see here that when I toggle this on, it gives me a warning message that I need more space. And this is really critical because if you don't follow through on these items and get the space you need, iCloud gives you 5 gigabytes of iCloud storage for free. If you run out of storage, as it says right here, the iPad will not back up to iCloud. Any of your data, photo, videos, documents will not be stored. And if you get this warning message, it's really important that you upgrade or you move your photos to a different photo syncing service. And a great photo syncing service is Google Photos. Google Photos works separately out of the Apple universe, but in conjunction with the Apple universe, you download it and put it on your iPad, set it up, and then you don't have to worry about upgrading Apple storage. However, the reason I'm having trouble here is because I have so many photos on my device, which normally is in my name, and I have a lot of storage space on iCloud. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to switch devices here just so I can show you the proper settings. And let's see if we can do this. Hopefully, let's see. I want to share. Let's see, I'm gonna pick a different screen. Let's see, screen share. Let me take this one off. And I'm going to put my phone on just so you can see the proper settings for the photos. That would be, these are the settings that you want to have. And this is the way your iCloud photo library settings should look. You should have it turned on. Oops. Let's go to the screen. You should have your settings turned on right here. iCloud photo library should be turned on. You should optimize your device storage, whether it's your iPad, iPhone, or your computer. You always want to optimize the device settings because that takes off the photos from your whatever you're using and puts them in the cloud so that your device doesn't get full and stops working. You want to upload automatically to your photo stream so that anything you take on your phone, your iPad, you can see on your other device. You also want to enable iCloud photo sharing. This feature allows you to create shared photo albums, but you have to manually do it. It does not create them by itself. It's not public, it's all private. No one else can see it except for people that you invite. So this is what you should, these are the settings that you should use and turn on for iCloud Photos. Okay, so let me just switch this here. Let's stop that and let's go back to me. I'm going to switch my device and go back to the iPad so that you can see the other things. Let's go here. And here we go, back to the iPad. Okay. And open up settings. Now, the other settings that are crucial are these settings below. You've got the ability to use mail, contacts, calendars. And if you've got Gmail or Yahoo or Outlook, Hotmail, you don't care about using mail and contacts because those services are being synced by other providers. Gmail, it's syncing through Google. Yahoo, it's syncing through Yahoo. Outlook, it's syncing through Outlook. Hotmail, it's syncing through Outlook or Microsoft. However, and contacts are the same. If you're creating a family in iCloud, you turn on calendars because then you have the ability to create a family calendar and everybody sees what's on that family calendar without you sending any invitations. The important things to look at here are reminders, Safari, notes. All of these should be turned on. Your backup should be turned on. That's another feature in iCloud that allows you to back up seamlessly when the device is connected to Wi-Fi, it's charging, and it's sleeping, not turned off, but sleeping. Because I just recently set up this device, it's never backed up, but that's because this is a test device. The other thing that's critical here in your iCloud settings is Find My iPad. If you're on a phone, it's Find My Phone. If you're on a computer, it's Find My Phone. You want to toggle this on, and you want also to toggle on this second button that says Send to Last Location. What this does is, should your device be dying, somebody steal it, it's lost, whatever, it sends a ping to Apple to tell you what the last known location of the device was. This is especially helpful if you lose it. Say it's under your seat in the car, or you left it in a drawer at your office or someone else's office, and it's been there for a couple days before you realize it's lost. If you open up the Find My iPad or Find My iPhone app, it will actually tell you the last known location of the device. And that way, if you've lost it, you can find it and look for it. Very helpful. Okay, so now let's go up here to this family section. If you've never created a family, it says create a family. I have begun to create the family unit, so I'm going to touch on family. And there's a couple of things here that I want to point out. First of all, you can create an Apple ID under iCloud for a child that's under 13 and add them into your family unit. And that allows you to supervise, or it gives you the option to supervise all of their purchases by toggling this on. And you can see here, requires approval from a parent for all purchases initiated by the child in iTunes, iBooks, and the App Store. So that means that anytime they want to buy music or apps or a book, you can, iTunes also includes movies and TV shows, you can know what they're doing, decide whether or not you want to grant them approval, and be aware and have discussions with them about safe things to do. You can also, on your child's device, set up parental controls, which allows you to restrict the age level appropriate material. Be aware, however, that every time they want to make a purchase, you have to allow it or be available to allow it. So the problem that comes up with this is when kids are doing schoolwork and you're at work, and not available in a meeting or just not looking at your device, and they need to use it quickly, you haven't approved the purchase of that app that they need for school. So you've got to have some communication about that and make wise decisions about who is the one supervising and how you become aware of a request to do that. Because I've already added in the child, I'm going to use this demonstration to show how you add in another person. So if I wanted to add in another family member, I'm just going to touch Add Family Member. And here you're going to add the family member's email address. And I have another email account set up for this purpose. Demo 2. So this is what you do. You're going to enter in there, and this family member hopefully has already created an Apple ID. What it's going to queue you for is as you can see, the security code on your credit card. I'm going to enter that in. Just to verify that you are the person in charge of the account and you're authorizing it, and that a kid doesn't have it and is trying to add another kid or something like that. And here again, you're going to be required to enter the password for your Apple ID. Oops, so let's do that. Okay, once I've entered that Apple ID, excuse me, now it's going to verify this information and it will send the invitation to the other person. Now, if you know the other person's if you're with the other person, rather, you can walk them through accepting the invitation to join your family. And let me just pull up here what this would look like. Let's see. So if I go to, gotta go to Mail here. And I'm going to go to Mail at the Tech Wizard. And I'm going to sign in here for Parent Demo 2. And I'm going to put this sign into the mail. D-O-G. Okay, so let me try this again. Parent Demo 2. And let me try to enter this password in. I just want to show you what the email looks like that they get so that you can make sure the invitation is accepted, because if it's not accepted, the family member does not get added to the group. Oh boy. Okay, so I have to do this from my other device. Let's see if I can pull that up so that you can see that. Yep. For some reason, it's not taking the login here, which I love on a live demo. Oops. If you have any questions, again, make sure you send them to me. Also, while I'm doing this, let me talk about some other classes that I'm offering. I'm going to be offering several different webinars on Safari. Safari is displayed differently, and the features, the access to the features that you're accustomed to on the desktop are a little bit different than they are on the iPad and the computer. So I'm going to be doing a series of seminars about using Safari and how to set it up in a way that makes it uniform through all your devices, and hopefully will get you using it much easier. There we go. Okay. So let's see if I can put this up here. I'm going to stop sharing this screen share right here. Going to put it back to me, and I'm going to change out what device you see so that we can pull this up easily. Let's see. Okay, here's my phone. Going to share the phone now so you can see the email that the invited party gets. Here it is. And you can see parent has invited you to family sharing. And this is the email that they're going to get. And what you have to do is click on Get Started. And now they've got to open this invitation on the Mail app and their iPhone, iPod Touch to get started. Okay? That's what it looks like on the other end. And you can actually have the other party's device in hand and do that to make sure then that the family setup is complete. I'm going to bring back my iPad here for display. And here we go. Back to settings. Now, let's see if we refresh this here. And you can see that it says the invitation was still sent because I did not sign into the device or have a device in the name of this party's, in the name of this party. So I don't have a device that has Parent Demo 2. You would be sending it to somebody that already has a set up iPad or iPhone. A couple of things to remember in this family setup is that you are the one that pays for everything. So whoever's doing this must be the one that wants to pay for everything and then puts their payment information. You can use a iTunes gift card, so you can buy one for 25 bucks or any amount that you want. Keep it in this account and use that account for purposes of paying for all purchases. You don't have to put a credit card in there. You can put an iTunes gift card. If you've got any questions about that, let me know. Okay, I think that basically is going to go through the settings that are required for iTunes setup. iCloud setup, iCloud family setup. And let me just show you what this looks like when you've got it set up and you're in the App Store and you want to browse through purchases. Up in this upper left corner, you see where it says My Purchases. You can access other people's purchases this way. And then you can download them. Now, this is the iTunes app. If I open iBooks and I go to Purchased, I can also see the family purchases right here from whoever is a member of this family group. And this is the great part about using iCloud Family. The last little thing I want to demonstrate is in Find Your iPhone. Once you create a family unit, you can share a location, which is one of the best things that I think. So if I sign in as parent demo at the Tech Wizard.com, that is M-O-M. When you're a family, you get to track your devices and obviously everyone else's devices that is a part of your family, as long as they agree to share their devices. So you can see that this is the only device on my account. I don't have a separate child device set up. If I did, it would display right here, and then you could see everybody and where they are. So that's iCloud family setup. Those are all the relevant settings that you need to have configured and set up in iCloud to have your device work and have iCloud family work. I hope you found this webinar helpful. Again, it's just a basic review, and it's really the springboard for other things that I teach. If you aren't on my newsletter, please sign up for the newsletter, which is found at my website on the homepage, thetechwizard.com. And with the newsletter, you get Tech Tip Tuesdays, and you also get any announcements about classes and other technology news that's critical. You can also like my Facebook page at the Mobile Tech Wizard, where I post regularly and daily about things that are going on, news and information, problems, anything technology user related. I don't post about what I think the latest iPad's going to be, what they're saying the next Samsung's going to be like. I really post only about user issues and how to do things on your devices or computers. So I look forward to connecting with you and hope to see you in the classroom again soon. If you have any other questions, go ahead and send me those questions at help@thetechwizard.com. Thanks, and I'll see you again soon.